Alright, well, welcome back to the channel. Tony here. Getting an early start, headed out to the New Mexico BDR. It's Thursday, it's 69 degrees, and it is almost 7:30. So, yeah, just getting ready to meet up with Cody and Bruce. And then, then we're on our way. We'll be updating you soon. So, bike's all together, everything's ready. Got my issues solved. Hopefully, we'll just see. And then, we're headed to Carlsbad, New Mexico, and then from there to Del City, and then to start. Alright guys, we're leaving camp right now, headed to go meet up with Bruce. Beautiful day. So it's 60 degrees out. Time, I'm kind of still screwed up on time. It's 9:12 right now. But yeah, so we're leaving the KLA, and we're going to go to Carlsbad and meet up with Bruce, and then head to Del City. Well, at least the wind's in our favor. It's blowing a crosswind, so it's blowing the dust. But once we take a turn here to the left, it'll be blowing straight at me. That's Bruce up ahead on his 2021 Africa Twin DCT. And I think I see some dust way up ahead there. That's probably Cody. It's probably halfway there. But yeah, it feels good to be on the dirt. The bike's a little heavy, but it takes a little bit getting used to it. So I like to, start out just getting used to how the bike's feeling and the loose stuff and just feeling in general. What mode I want to be in? Do I want to be in automatic or manual? I got all my other settings set for off-road. So a lot of people say that this section is boring. Definitely feel the dust. All right, guys. So here we are, first section, BDR. It's right midday, so we're just, we're pretty much just winging it. We don't have a schedule. It's just hard to do a schedule on a ride like this where you have to be somewhere at a specific time. So we're just cruising, trying to stay far enough back from the dust pile there. Yeah, we really didn't want to start in Queens just because we wanted the full thing. Yeah, I should have my buff on, but that's tomorrow. It's hard, when you're packing in your planes, you have everything you need, like right there and easy to grab. I try to do that, but sometimes it's difficult. Packing is something that's very, it's an evolution. Constantly evolving. I like the pace though. I mean, this is my style of pace. I know that some other people like to go pretty fast in these sections, but for me, I don't. It's like I'm enjoying being off road. I'm just enjoying going, from Texas all the way through New Mexico to Colorado on dirt, camping, everything that comes with that, the dust, all of it. It's fun. I don't know about that. I did want to air down, but I have to stop and pull out some tools to do that. And apparently I didn't have my shit together, so when we start getting into rocky terrain, I will air down, because right now I'm way too high. I'm at 41 and 35. I'd like to be at 25 in the front and probably 30 in the back at best. So we'll see. Had lunch, so I'm good until tonight. So I got snacks with me, I got water, got a full Camelback with 2 extra bottles of water, and then I have 2 bottles on either side of the panniers for drinking, replenishing, and for camping. Look, that's a campsite. Probably not. I'll have to excuse the dust. I'll have to every once in a while make sure I clean off my camera. It's just washboards. I'm gonna back off a little bit just because of of the dust. So we might as well take this opportunity to do another Tony's thoughts. So, Tony's thoughts about BDRs in general, not just traveling off-road or touring or anything like that, but specifically a BDR through the BDR organization. So they do a great job in planning a route, putting out maps and GPS tracks and all that stuff so that you can, easily access that stuff and have an enjoyable ride. So some of the, yes, the sections are designed for you to be able to make it in a day. So you should be able to start the first section early enough and then, move on to, sorry guys, I'm going to switch modes here. Designed to go from, where there's hotels and stuff, but there's also the flexibility of just stopping where you want. I know there's a lot of private property and stuff, but there are some dispersed camping, and you shouldn't have to be stuck with, okay, I have to do this section in this amount of time, or I'm not going to be able to do the whole thing. If you set yourself up for that with no wiggle room, you're going to run into trouble with your schedule, because, what if you're delayed for a day for weather or something like that, or you get a late start, and and that's why I don't like making reservations for camping on a trip like this, because you don't know where you're going to be at a certain time. You don't know, how long is it going to take you to get there. Yeah, it does tell you on the map, and you can watch videos and all that stuff, but it's really not, in my opinion, it doesn't fit everyone. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just saying it doesn't fit everyone. And you really, if you're doing a trip like this, so this trip I'm with two others, but it's basically a solo trip, because we have no communication. So I have a rider ahead of me that I have no way to communicate with, and another rider ahead of me that I have no way to communicate with. So essentially, we're not sharing the ride because we're just riding it. We're not talking about the ride and enjoying the experience together. We're riding it together, but apart, if that makes sense. And I'm fine with that. I don't like riding without communication. It's just because of that reason, that it just takes away, there you go, first little wiggle woggle. It takes away, in my opinion, from the experience of a group ride. Because right now I could be talking with Bruce and hey, I'm kicking back a little bit because of the dust, or if Bruce is up ahead, you can say, hey, there's some really loose stuff here, take the left or take the right. There is benefit to having communications. I know some people just do hand signals and they ride on top of each other and they don't need communications and stuff, but that works for them. Tony's thoughts are different than that, because he wants to, experience it in a way. So it's important that you pick people you ride with that have that same mindset as you, because otherwise you're just going to be clashing. I'm going to stop up here pretty soon here and let air out of my tires, just because, I feel every bump and I just don't like that street. I know that there's a lot of, controversy on, well, it can be, you don't have to air down, but it's a proven fact that tires perform best in certain conditions under certain air pressures. Yeah, can you get by without airing down? Yes. Is there a benefit to airing down? Yes. Are there hazards to airing down? Yes. But you just got to decide at the time what that's going to be and how that's going to work. I think here I'm going to air down. Definitely going to air down. The bike already feels better with the tires that are down, so I'm running 20, 26. I'm feeling every little rock. And I know that these rims and these tires can handle from hiding over there and pitfalls. I mean, I've run 20, 23, something like that. Less than that. I might be just under 20 in the front and just over 20 in the back. I don't quite remember, but I'll have to take a look and see. The problem with not having communications is, well, you can say, well, just look in your mirror and see. All I see, as far as I can see, is that. So there's no way I'm going to be able to see a rider behind me, right? With communications, I can, talk to him and say, hey, and if I lose him, I know that I need to slow down because I've lost communications, and it comes back up. So guys, when you're out there picking what headset to have, gotta make sure we're on the right track, yes. When you're out picking what headset you need to have, don't just buy the cheapest thing out there, you know. Buy something that is going to work, you know. If you're just a solo rider and you're not riding with anyone, well, guess what? Now you're riding with someone and you have a unit that you can't talk to anybody. So you really have to take that stuff into consideration when you're, you know, going on a ride with multiple people. Now the glare is pretty bad, but I can see close enough that I'm on track, and you just gotta trust it, you know. Just gotta trust, you know, even though, you know, and what I've always said about communication while riding, it just makes it so much easier. You waste so much time, like, did the guy stop? Do I have to come back for him? Hey guys, I need to stop for a second. You know, you can't do that with hand signals. Look at the dust behind me. You cannot do that with hand signals. You have to be able to communicate and say, hey, something's not right, I need to change something, or I need to stop for a second because I forgot to do this, or whatever. You know, instead of the whole group having to stop, it was just, in my opinion, it's not enjoyable. So I think, you know, Tony's thoughts again, when you're riding I don't care if you're touring, whatever you're doing, if you're riding in a group, you need to have communication. Can it be done without communication? Absolutely. But it's a struggle. And that's all I can say. It's a struggle. It's like I could be talking to the guy behind me and saying, hey, you know, this is pretty good. How you doing back there? Or, you know, how's the speed? How's the pace? You want me to go faster, slower? You know, all that comes from communication. I have something about, there's a campsite. We'd be camping right there and get shot in the middle of the night, probably. You know, it takes me a little bit to get into my groove. You know, I don't just hop on the bike and get on dirt and I'm a, you know, badass dirt rider. It takes me a bit. Get warmed up, get my first slip out, get my first, you know, sand, get comfortable, confidence. It's all about confidence. When your confidence is up and you know that you can handle something, then things are going to be good. You know, and I'm conserving energy. I'm not standing up unless I have to right now because I'm conserving energy. I like standing up, but I'm not going to stand up for 8 hours. It's just not possible in my playbook. But this is nice. I mean, come on. Who says this is like boring? And I mean, this is thrilling. This is better than anything you're going to find in Texas on a gravel, you know, a county road. Right? You're not going to find anything like this. With this scenery, it's just not going to happen. And you know, people who know me, you guys been watching me, I'm a conservative rider, especially on something like this. You know, I'm a very conservative rider. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have fun. It just means I'm a conservative rider. It takes time to be one with the bike, you know. I'm sure Bruce is back there. He'd be hanging out because of the dust. I'd hate for him to drop his bike away from up here. Give him a few minutes. He wasn't that far behind me, then I'll go turn around. The problem with turning around is, you know, now we're in head-on traffic. Okay. Now you just dug yourself a hole. Now what even with it? Got how loose this stuff was. There's something going on. I buried it. Yeah, you never know with this stuff. You know, you just gotta ride within your comfort level. Let her dance. So yeah, I mean, you know, that's tough right there for a beginner. You know, I'm not saying that he's a beginner. I'm just saying that's tough for someone who doesn't train or have a lot of practice and comes out here with a big bike to do that with that sand like that. Because yeah, you'll go down. Luckily, I have a lot of bushes and brush here to tie onto if I do. I need to pick the bike up, but we're hoping it don't come to that. You know, gotta take it easy, be conservative, don't take risks. So that sucks, you know. Bruce is out. Hopefully it wasn't a problem, but he can't risk that. You know, he's too close to civilization to not investigate that 100%. And he can always pick us up later on the track. We'll just have to see. So yes, this has become a solo ride. You know, I've kind of wanted to do it solo at some point. So I guess now is that time. Here we are, MNBDR, New Mexico, solo. Got to be very conservative. That means maybe not doing Chloride Canyon. You know, without someone else I can't do it. Not on this bike. Well, yes, on this bike I can, but not with all this luggage. So that's a big issue. But, you know, stopping and, you know, going on my own pace, that suits me because, you know, if I want to stop and clean my cameras or clean my lens or my glasses, I'll just do it. Again, without communication, that's very hard to do. I will be checking back with Bruce here. If I get up on a hill here and I have cell service, I'll give him a call, make sure he got back. I did ask him if he wanted me to ride back with him. He said no. So he's just going to keep an eye on his heat, keep an eye on his excuse me, keep an eye on his water levels. He's got plenty of water to put in there if he needs to. Okay, so we're turning here. You know, I'm more comfortable riding in Hidden Falls, balls to the wall, than I am loaded in this kind of stuff. It's just comfort level. I get it, you know, hopefully by the end of today I'll have enough confidence for this stuff. Don't know how far I'm going to get today. I think weed is probably out of the question, so I'll probably find this first camping that I can before it gets dark. I don't want to be riding past 4. I want to have camp set up, do some stuff on the bike, and be able to, you know, do that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, this stuff, yeah, you can't go fast, but just remember, going faster equals a harder fall. I look at it that way. Like, how hard are you willing to fall? I will have to clean my glasses and I can't see. Get out of this stretch. It's nice and cool. I mean, I'm feeling, you know, it's 85 degrees out, but I'm, you know, I feel cool right now because I'm up at the wind. You know, my sweat's keeping me cool. Drink some water. Sometimes riding alone is just the best thing. Sometimes it gives you the most peace, the most enjoyment, because it's just you. You and your machine and the elements. You don't have anything that you have to, you know, abide by as far as like, okay, I got to keep up with someone, or I got to, you know, go slow and make sure that, you know, I'm not losing anybody, which I'm fine with doing, you know. Because it's like 4 o'clock and I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to camp and pick back and we'll pick it up again in the morning. I could probably do the hammock if I wanted to, but I won't. La, 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 close to you. La, 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 close to you.